Hello everyone, with the global release of Squad Busters right around the corner, you're probably wondering what's the most efficient way to advance quickly inside the game. And one of the big questions we see is, do you try to unlock all the heroes and get them up to 3 stars before going on to the next chapter, or do you just play the game as normal? We're going to go over them right now and give you some better ideas of how you should be playing. We could pretty much throw 6 different scenarios out when starting the game. You could just play, climb the squad journey without any worries of unlocking everything or getting them at 3 stars in hopes that you're just gonna get it later on. The other option is unlocking all the heroes before you go and step into World 2. And if you saw the video where we can actually guarantee we'll be unlocking the Barbarian King, then that's an easy thing to do. Another option would be taking all the heroes that you have up to 2 stars before going to the next world, or even going and getting them all to 3 stars before going to the next world. And then of course you could go and unlock them all and get them to 2 stars, or unlock them all and get them to 3 stars. So you can see why there's a lot of controversy over this. 6 different ways to kind of go. I started off by just playing the game, and I got into it later on and realized that I was still missing heroes from the first world when I was all the way in the 4th world. And on my other account where I was trying to collect all the heroes, I didn't realize that if I collected the 14th level of Squad Journey, that it would automatically give me the 15th one when I got enough points and bring me into the next world. So with the 700 something games I've played so far between all my accounts, this is what I'm going to recommend you don't do. First one being, don't try to take all your heroes to 3 stars. Yes, it would be nice to have them all stacked up inside the game to go into World 2 and just wreck, but once you get to 3 stars, you're still able to collect these things to potentially get them to 4 stars, which isn't even unlocked yet. And by the way, it takes a good amount of time to get these things to 3 stars. The other thing I would avoid is just playing. You never really want to just go and say, I'm not worried about getting all these things. I'm not worried about the star levels. I'm just going to move on to the next world. It is perfectly fine if you do it. You'll catch up eventually, but it really does stink when you're in the last world. You're like, man, why don't I still have this hero yet? And everybody else is getting it and wrecking me with it. As I said earlier, we found a way to get the Epic Barb King, and we can also get the Epic Witch and Epic Archer Queen all right in World 1, so that's a great start to go off with. Now I myself find that it's really not necessary to try to get all the heroes unlocked. You can see I'm still missing Dynamite here. If I kept on playing, yeah, there's a chance I might get it, but you'll find there's just a couple of heroes inside this game that the game doesn't want to give you until later on. However though, I would say that the heroes that you do have, you should be trying to utilize them and get them to 2 stars while you have the chance. If you're ranking in the top 3, this shouldn't be difficult at all to go and get these things up to 2 stars. And if you do happen to get another one unlocked while you're still working on that, kudos to you. Getting that 2nd star definitely makes a big difference, and you do want to continue to advance in the game because that's going to unlock new worlds, which will also unlock new game modes, or what they call battle mods inside the game. And the best part is, you'll be able to unlock the new heroes for that world and get familiar with how they attack. And I would really only worry about going and trying to unlock them all or get them up to 2 stars when you're at World 1. From that point on of going into World 2 to World 3, I would just keep on playing the game from there, because like I said, you won't be seeing some of the heroes right away. It took me to get to World 4. Once I got there, there was like 3 heroes that popped up out of nowhere that I never saw in the rest of the game. And by the time you get to World 3 and are working your way to World 4, you'll notice you're just going to start getting those 3 stars naturally. If you're a free-to-play player, I would say stay away from buying the megas inside the shop, and as far as purchasing the heroes inside there, the only time I would actually purchase them is if it's able to take you to 2 stars or even 3 stars. Now, if you're like my main account, which I spend money on, I would say you're going to want to buy every single hero inside this shop except for the megas. These are going to be huge to help you advance further inside the game, and you'll find as you get to that level 80 or level 90, you're working your way to Squad League, it takes a lot of points to get there. Whether you have the option to buy common, rares, or epic from the shop, they're all going to help, and you'll find yourself be able to climb a couple levels per day if you're grinding religiously. So I really think you could play this 2 different ways if you want to be efficient about this. You could either go and get all your heroes to 2 stars that you have inside World 1. Or better yet, you could try to unlock them all and get them to 2 stars. But the big thing being is don't go and collect that 14th level of the squad journey, otherwise you'll automatically move into the next one. But if you guys are curious on how you can get that guaranteed Bard King we've been talking about this whole time and teasing, take a look at this video right here. Thanks for watching, and remember, I pick my butt.